Hello friends, this is Yarrow giving you an update on the progress with the zero force motor, and today's demonstration is going to show you, at least to demonstrate, the torque test and the torque capabilities of the ZFM at 24 volts, 36 volts, 48 volts, and hopefully 60 volts. Now, this particular arrangement is the standard zero force motor with two coils, 4 strands each, and with a 4-pole north-south, north-north, south-south configuration, 4-pole. So what we're going to do today also is have the Ron Cole's circuit, which feeds back the inductive spike from the motor. We're feeding it back into the input for the zero force motor, and it's right here. That's the circuit, that's the puppy. And what we'll do here first is just to show you the arrangement. We have our torque testing device with the old Vermont spring water bottle providing the weight, and the end of the balance beam are 2 scales that are connected to the shaft of the zero force motor, right in that area. I'm not going to detail it today. So what we're going to do now is we'll probably focus all our viewing effort on both the scope and the power supply. Probably simpler that way. So without much further ado, we're going to do a cold start. This is the acid test for 24 volts. Let's see what happens here. Well, the motor started up, and what we're going to do is to view everything here. It's simpler just from a logistical standpoint. As you can see, there's about 24 volts on the input side. The screen displays a relatively nice pattern, showing you we're at about 2400, 2600 RPM. And so we're able to do a cold start, which is kind of impressive. And you can see it's drawing about 1.5 amps at this point. So let's move on to the next one, 36 volts. All right, we're coming up to speed. I'll adjust this to reduce the bounce somewhat. Again, the pattern is fairly clean, and the inductive spikes are not as out of control as without the Ron Cole circuit. And as you can see, we're drawing a comfortable 1.5 amps, and the machine should be running somewhere about 4,400 RPM at this point. Everything seems to be holding together, which is very positive. All right, so we got 4,400 RPM, 1.53 at 36 volts, 48. So the pattern on the oscilloscope has changed a little bit. I hope we can stabilize it. I think that's about as good as we're going to get it. And it's humming along at about 1.55, 1.57. The amperage will go down as the machine warms up to its job. Let's take a closer look at the scope. Just to give you a sense of what's going on, the blue line there is the amperage coming in, and the yellow line is the voltage. Amperage rises pretty rapidly, and there's a pretty quick change in polarity. There's not much time lost here. Anyway, let's continue moving along here. So let's see if we can do 60 volts without things falling apart. Okay, the on-screen display is a little bit jumpy. Bear in mind that the torque right now is a constant 0.3 foot-pounds. Doesn't sound like a hell of a lot, but that's the way it is. And we should be at about 7,600 RPM at this point. You will note that the amperages have been fairly consistent throughout the voltages. Let's just do an interesting little side test to see what happens when, again, the acid test. Will this, if we disable one set of, one piece of the firing circuit, will it continue to run? Let's try it. So, yep, still running, and you will note the back EMF on the circuit that's not firing. This is the induced voltage produced by the rotor working against the coils. Okay, speed it up again. Now, let's show what happens when we shut this puppy down, and we can take a look at the back EMF produced by the motor without any power coming into it. It'll be a little bit flaky because of the cold circuit in there. And I'll zoom in on this. Okay, now, here it goes. Oops, I blew it. Let's try it again. Sorry about that. Well, it shows you what the back EMF looks like when the motor shuts down. We didn't catch it right at its peak, which is much more interesting, but I'll deal with that at a later date. Well, I hope you enjoyed this, and if I missed anything, well, my bad. But irrespective, thank you for watching. I appreciate your attention, and see you next time.